dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. It is 5:28 on your Monday, and if you look at your calendar, you're thinking, wow, January is almost over. The end of the week marks the 1st of February, and we're about to get that winter that everyone's been wondering if it's coming tonight into tomorrow. So we're going to bring in Brandon on this severe weather alert day to take a look at what exactly you are to expect tonight going into tomorrow, and should you give yourself a little extra time heading on the roads tomorrow.
Absolutely, especially around this time tomorrow, because overnight going into the early morning, that's when we're going to see that snow start to really change over and pick up, and it could be heavy at times. Let's take a look at current conditions this morning. We'll look at the camera network at UVA-wise, and you can see not much going on. Clear skies across the area, so that's some good news for you if you're starting your day off on this Monday. But as we head a little bit deeper into the forecast, things are going to get a little bit more iffy. Outside WYMT, it looks like a light fog trying to form there here in Hazard this morning, so be careful of that. We'll check on visibility numbers here in just a minute. Live pinpoint Doppler radar, clean sweeps across the area, so that's some good news. Temperatures anywhere from, again, 22 to 30 from Monticello at 22 to 30 there in Wise. Across the state, 42 in Paducah already, so some warm air surging in before that cold front gets here. That's going to cool us off significantly, not only today or tonight going into tomorrow, but for the rest of the week. So this morning, clear skies, 29, give or take a degree or two. More clouds as we head into the afternoon hours. Still some sunshine, though, and overnight, that rain transitions into snow along with that cold front brings us much cooler air into place. Your daytime high for tomorrow will be at midnight tonight. I'll have the rest of that forecast, including what we could be looking at for snow here in just a few minutes. Will?
All righty, Brandon, thank you. Well, the partial government shutdown is over this morning, and 800,000 federal employees can expect to get paid this week. Those federal employees who were furloughed go back to work today, but President Trump says another shutdown is possible. A bipartisan group of 17 members of Congress has until February 15th to negotiate a deal on border security.
So let's get started. Let's find solutions. Let's not continue to disappoint the people we work for by not showing the ability to work together.
Now, last week, the president said he will declare a national emergency if necessary. The bipartisan group meets for the first time Wednesday. Hundreds of those workers affected by the shutdown are right here in the mountains, many of them at the Big Sandy United States Penitentiary in Martin County. WYMT's Marianne Fletcher caught up with one worker to learn the struggles each employee faced.
A huge weight lifted for many Eastern Kentuckians.
Thank God.
I talked with Jerry Jackson Jr. on day 12 of the government shutdown.
The struggle's real.
Now he says he is in a much better place.
Very humbling for all of us. I mean, we're very proud of our jobs. We're proud of doing it for our country. And we're also proud to protect the community around us.
However, there is still the lingering feeling of worry as the government could shut down again in February.
People are on edge. I mean, they're still guarded, and it's like I've advised a lot of them, save what money you can.
For 35 days, he and his co-workers struggled to make ends meet.
We had a lot of people struggling. We had some people staying up there just to save on money and gas because they knew they couldn't get back to work.
And he does not want to go back to those hard times.
Hopefully this shutdown doesn't happen again, which I pray it doesn't.
During the shutdown, multiple people and businesses stepped in to help ease the burden.
We're very thankful for the people that support us.
Once everyone is back on their feet, he says they plan to repay the community for their help.
We appreciate all the community for helping us. We plan on returning favor and then some.
For now, he has a message for Congress.
I would say let politics step aside. Work what's best for the country.
Hoping for an agreement. In Martin County, Marianne Fletcher, WYMT Mountain News.
Now, Congress has until February 15th to come up with a deal on border security that President Trump will support. Now, with the government shut down in the past, Mammoth Cave National Park welcomed visitors back on Sunday. The shutdown caused Mammoth Cave to close more than 1 month ago. Several tourists spent the day visiting the park. Many out-of-state tourists say they had to make a stop now that the park is back open. Folks from the area say even during the shutdown they stopped by, but they are enjoying full access to the park once again.
We're local residents, and we would still drive over here through the park during the shutdown to see wildlife and walk on some of the trails.
Visitors say they are also happy to see the park rangers back on the job also. Well, Republican operative and associate of President Trump, Roger Stone, talked to the media on Sunday, maintaining his innocence. He is the sixth person connected to the president to be charged in connection with the Mueller probe. CBS's Jeff Pegues sat down with him and has more.
With his next court appearance on Tuesday, indicted former Trump campaign advisor Roger Stone suggested that he may be open to cooperating with the special counsel.
I'm going to tell the truth no matter what. I have no intention of not telling the truth. I have never not told the truth. Claims that I was less than truthful before the House Intelligence Committee will be disproven.
According to court papers, Stone spoke to senior Trump campaign officials about WikiLeaks' future releases of information stolen from Democratic Party computer systems by Russian-backed hackers. Stone, who has been friends with the president for decades, has denied that he ever shared information about WikiLeaks with then-candidate Trump in 2016. In a tweet on Saturday night, President Trump mentioned Stone's indictment and the dossier, which he called a total phony con job. The dossier, which was compiled by former British spy Christopher Steele, was just one of several pieces of information that led the FBI to launch the Russia investigation in 2016. The special counsel is seeking to determine if there was coordination between Russian operatives and the Trump campaign. Stone faces 7 counts of lying, obstruction, and witness tampering. Adding up the charges, the counts, that's 45 years behind bars. Would you serve 45 years behind bars if you're found guilty?
I don't answer hypothetical questions. I'm going to be acquitted and I will be vindicated.
The indictment also alleges that Stone communicated with someone identified in court papers as Person 1 about WikiLeaks. Conservative author and conspiracy theorist Jerome Corsi says that he is Person 1 and that he is willing to testify against Stone, who is preparing to leave his South Florida home for Washington. Jeff Pegues, CBS News, Fort Lauderdale.
Now, Stone is set to appear in court sometime this week. Well, in other news this morning, dozens of women made a call for equality at a rally yesterday in Louisville. Outside the Ali Center, this group called for action at the rally. A main focus for them, 4 new bills that will come up soon for a vote in Frankfurt on restricting abortions. Women at the rally say they will keep fighting for equal rights for everyone.
I think it's a big deal to keep fighting, no matter your age, race, gender, sexuality, etc., to keep fighting for all the issues.
Now, those at the rally say they also want more focus on sexual assault issues. Well, after considering a run for governor, U.S. Congressman James Comer says he will not enter the race. In a statement, Comer said, quote, "I plan to remain in Congress and work to improve America." He adds, quote, "I am blessed to have had the opportunity to serve in Congress and represent Western, Southern, and Central Kentucky in Washington." Earlier this month, Congressman Comer said he was considering entering the race if Governor Matt Bevin did not run for re-election. The governor announced his campaign officially on Friday. Comer says he thinks the governor can still win another term. Well, the Virginia Senate approved legislation to end suspension of driver's licenses for people with unpaid court fines and costs. The measure passed Friday. Virginia collects about $10 million each year from people paying to reinstate their licenses after they are suspended for unpaid court fees. Advocates for changing the law say it unfairly punishes the poor. Well, in economic news at 5:37 this morning, unemployment rates climbed in 41 of West Virginia's 55 counties in December. Officials with Workforce West Virginia say jobless rates dropped in 9 counties and remained steady in 5 others. Jefferson County had the lowest unemployment rate at 3%, while Calhoun County was the highest at 12.4%. Straight ahead on Mountain News this morning, it was a big game for Kentucky this weekend, hosting Kansas at Rupp. But it wasn't just about the basketball team.
With a big game just days away, we have a touchdown-worthy favorite that promises to score big, really big.
Regardless on how much snow we see in the next couple of days, some dangerously cold air will be here by the middle of the week. I'll track it out for you in about 3 minutes.